welcome to this quick class on tips to help you stay on track over the summer without depriving yourself. My name is Kelly Dumm, and I'm a certified wellness educator with the American Council on Exercise. My goal, my passion is to help you break up with dieting and just live life without depriving yourself. We blend science with your lifestyle so that way you never ever have to diet again. Today's class is just a quick class on 4 tips, 4 areas that you can focus on to help you feel like you're staying on track this summer. So we're entering Memorial Day. Memorial Day is right around the corner, and it's the official start of summer. Whenever summer hits and we're going to barbecues and parties and traveling, we feel like we're off track. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is no track. My approach to mentoring my wellness clients is to see your life in phases, because every phase is a little different. This is the summer phase, which means it's a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little bit more chaotic as far as your schedule, but it's a different phase. These 4 areas will help you in this phase. They will help you feel like you're in control without sacrificing all of the fun that comes with summer. The first tip is whenever you're eating at a party or out when you're traveling, think water and veggies most. So when you're there, think water and veggies most. Here is why. Whenever you drink water, whenever you eat vegetables, you get full. So think of your stomach. Imagine that this is your stomach. You can drink and you can eat a lot of vegetables and it's going to fill up your stomach. Whenever you eat carbohydrates, you have to eat a lot of them to fill up your belly. But whenever you eat vegetables, they're lower in calories, so that way you can eat a lot, but there's also a lot of fiber, which means fiber fills you up, helps your digestion, and water keeps your belly full. So actually your belly, whenever it's fuller, it's heavier, so that weight sends a message to your brain that you're full. And it also helps you prevent overeating. You know, whenever you're at a party and you see all the treats and the delicacies, or you're at a restaurant and you're like, oh, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, and you start to overeat. If you focus on water and veggies most with your choices, it will prevent you from overeating as well. Number 2, if you're going to a party, take food with you that you want to eat. And my tip is to make this either a vegetable side or a protein side. And here's why. Think about every party that you've ever been to. There's a whole lot of sweets, a whole lot of desserts, a whole lot of carbs like the macaronis and the potatoes and the pastas and all the carbs, but there's very little vegetables in comparison, and proteins. So make this a vegetable or protein dish, and then that way there will be at least one food item that you know you can fill up on that's going to help you make favorable progress towards your goals. Number 3, when it comes to treats, I'm never going to tell you not to have a treat, a dessert or a cookie or a sweet. But here is one area that you need to be honest with yourself. If you know that once you start eating those sweets and those treats, you're going to overeat, then you need to not start. Think about that. We all have those vices, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that you're human. We all have it. For me, it's peanut butter and chocolate. That peanut butter chocolate combination, man, it could be the biggest piece of cake and I'll eat the whole thing. And then I'm going to feel blah after I do, but it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. But we all have those. We all have those vices. So my approach to this is one or none. A dietitian nutritionist that I've studied with, she uses the phrase, trust yourself, don't test yourself. For me, it feels better when I say tough love. So one or none. If you know you're going to overeat, like if you know you're going to go head first into that dessert table, then don't even start. But if you know you can control yourself, here's the one approach. You can have one bite to taste. You can have one piece, or you can have one small plate. So that plate, that one plate, allows you, gives you permission to have like a little sampler of some of your favorites or some of the things that look most intriguing. So use that one approach when it comes to treats. Just be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. The final area is the food pushers. And I feel like this is the one that maybe almost everybody can relate to. Food pushers are the people that say, why aren't you having this? Take this home. Here, try this. And you're just like, I really don't want to. Maybe you're that person in some situations. The thing is, food is the love language of a lot of people. By giving you food, they're showing you love and care. Again, maybe you're that person too. But we're going to go through this situation together. So, we're going to go through a sample conversation on what this could feel like or sound like. So the person says, have you tried this? You say, no, thanks, I'm good. But then they say, oh, come on, just have some. Come on, it's a party. Just have some. I made it special. It's a new recipe. You could say something like, I really appreciate the offer, but honestly, I'm good. Thank you. So how did you make that recipe? Or tell me about this recipe. I would love the recipe. Could you give me the recipe? Or if they say, do you not want to have this because you're on that diet? You can say, honestly, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I've had enough, everything was delicious, thank you so much for inviting me, I'm having a really great time. Where did you get those decorations? So divert the conversation by asking them a question. This is one I hear frequently. Someone says, oh, come on, you need to eat more. Or they say, you're losing too much weight, or you look skinny, or you look hungry. Okay, everybody's going to have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion about stuff. So you can say, I appreciate your concern, but I ate plenty. I'm full. I'm satisfied. I feel great. I'm sorry, please excuse me. I need to go talk to this person over here. I haven't seen them in a while. Excuse yourself from the conversation. Or, excuse me, I need to use the restroom. Or, we all have our phones with us. Oh, excuse me, I need to reply to this text message. Another one, and the final example is one that I hear frequently. And maybe you might feel a little angry if someone just doesn't let it go. Someone might say, oh, come on, let loose a little bit. You're always eating salads, or you're always eating healthy. When you really want to be like, why is it of any concern to you? You can say, honestly, I've had my favorite treats today. I really enjoyed that piece of cake or something. Again, what's the recipe? So it's really nobody's concern about how you're eating, but it shows that they're kind of interested and intrigued, no matter how they come off. So you may inspire them to make some changes. We have this concept in our culture anymore that if you're eating healthy, you can never have a dessert. Or if you are on a weight loss journey, you can never have a dessert. Like you can't ever have junk food. But you can. It's just that you're not eating it all the time. Just inspire them to change how they look at food. You may just inspire them. You don't have to justify yourself to anybody. You don't. But we all have those situations where you got to respond in some way. So overall, give yourself grace. If you have every intention to go into a situation with a plan, and you follow that plan, and then you take a different approach, you take a different road, and you start going head first into the desserts, give yourself grace. You're human. You are human. You're human. Give yourself grace. And then just redirect. If you're like, okay, well, I've had 3 more pieces of dessert than what my plan was, so I'm going to walk away and I'm going to go have some vegetables. Don't worry how the vegetables are made at a party or at a restaurant. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just eat the vegetables. Who cares if they're covered in cheese and oil and salt? Just don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just eat vegetables. That's it. Give yourself grace. So to recap, water and vegetables most. Just think water and vegetables most. Take food with you that you want to eat. When it comes to treats, even this also includes alcoholic beverages, be honest with yourself. Trust yourself. Don't test yourself. And think of 1. If you know that you can control yourself, have 1 bite, 1 piece, or 1 small plate. And when it comes to food pushers, have a plan on how you're going to say no thank you, how you're going to divert the conversation, how you're going to remove yourself from the conversation, because food is really the love language of so many people. They want to show you care and concern, that they care about you and love you by giving you food, or here, try this recipe, or they just, it's their love language. So you can very respectfully say no thank you by diverting the conversation, asking them for a recipe, asking where the decorations came from, asking about their outfits, excusing yourself, saying, oh, I'm sorry, I have a phone call coming in, because your phone could be on mute. But you can always excuse yourself. Now, one more thing. When it comes to food pushers giving you food to take home, when you're like, I really don't want this food. Again, you can graciously decline, can say, I really appreciate your concern, but we have food at home that we need to use up, and I just don't have any room in my refrigerator. You can take the food and then take it to work, and pass it off to your coworkers if they're, it's candy and treats and desserts and stuff. You can pass it off to a neighbor that might appreciate it. Or you can just graciously decline and just say, I really appreciate your concern, but think of somebody else that you can give it to. So I hope this was helpful for you. I really, really hope it was helpful. Again, my name is Kelly Dumm, and I'm a certified wellness educator with the American Council on Exercise. If you would like more tips like this, more actionable, straightforward tips, subscribe to my weekly email called Innovative Wellness Solutions, and you will get some recipes and quick tips and free quick classes that I have. Just go to kellydumm.com, KELLYDUMM.com, and scroll to the bottom and you can subscribe. So thank you so much for joining this class, and I will see you at the next class.